Hello there and welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Ronald. If you're new here, well, show me some love. Give me a like, share, subscribe so you never miss a bite. Today I'm here and I'm going to be making an amazing, really crispy, it's within the name, it's the Rhubarb Crisp. I want to say thank you Sandra for the amazing rhubarb she gave me. Actually, I went to her home and she had a rhubarb growing everywhere. She's like, overgrown, can you take it home? I'm like, great. So I'm like, hey, let me do a video on it. So we're doing a rhubarb crisp. Let's get started. So this is all the rhubarb I got. As you can see, it's a lot. I won't be using this in one-time use for sure. I'm going to cut it up in small sizes, put some in the freezer so that I can actually use it whenever I want for different things. So you will be seeing these videos coming up, of course, when I'll be using more of this rhubarb. But first, right now, let's give it a nice clean and then get cutting. You can tell how fresh it is by, look at that. I mean, it's really fresh, and as using fresh stuff are always really fun. If you ask me, I don't mind using the other, but definitely this is really amazing. As I said, you're in for a treat today because we're making a rhubarb crisp. Just been washed, and guess what? I also got, what do you think this is? I know it's not a tree, it's actually zucchini. It also came from Sandra. Thanks, Sandra. Come next year, by the way. Just keep them coming. So yeah, just cut them up like in those sizes. So those are okay like that. And again, as I said, I will use some, and I'm going to keep most of them away. So as I say, since I have too much, I'm going to put some in the freezer. So I'll just put them in the Ziploc bags and freeze it and use it whenever I need it. That is a lot. I'm going to be using one of them and then I'll keep the other in the freezer. What do you want to have with it? It's really up to you. Some ice cream, some frozen yogurt, I don't know, whipped cream. Put whatever you want on it, honestly. So at the end of the day, the ball is in your court. So let's combine those ingredients and make it lovely. You should be interested if you're gluten friendly or gluten free. This is also gluten free. Let me show you the ingredients. Okay, so here we have some oats. You can use any type of oats really. This is more like rolled oats. I also have brown sugar right here. I have butter. In this case, I'm actually using margarine. I'm also using flour. What makes this also gluten-free is these are gluten-free right here, but also this is here gluten-free. At the end of the day, honestly, if you're gluten-free, you can substitute some things out of instead of something else. So instead of flour, the regular or all-purpose flour, you can use rice flour, almond flour. You can use even bean flour if you need to, honestly. That way it makes it really gluten-free for you. But this time today, we actually bought what is called gluten-free. But be careful with this if you're gluten-free, because sometimes maybe if you are not very good with tapioca, there may be a lot of tapioca depending on the flour you're buying. Don't forget to, of course, also make sure to butter your pan. You know, it helps things not stick so much. Alright, so I've melted a little of butter here, so I'm gonna put it in here. Why? I want to make sure that everything that I put on here gets coated, and that's why I'm using the butter a bit melted, like that. This means I can put a bit of cinnamon. I'm also going to use a little bit of cornstarch. It helps with the thickness. And just basically combine all this together like that. As you can see, everything's getting coated because of the butter that I used to put on here. I'll just put everything right in like that. Again, remember, as I say, this is gluten-free. That's why I'm using cornstarch and the gluten-free flour for So next, now I want to incorporate the butter in here. If you have the unsalted butter, just cut it up in pieces before you do this. But this is soft enough, so I'm just going to do this so I can get to the flour. I'm cutting your butter in there. Why are you not using your hands? It's because your hands are warm and they will basically okay, so basically now that this is ready, I just have to take it out and just put that over it here. So basically you make sure you make this until when it can break apart easily like this. This is something also you can also make to put on like say maybe cupcakes, anything you're baking really. If you want to have like a crumble on top, this is the process essentially you go through to make your top as a crumble. So the other thing I like to do, by the way, is put a bit of honey like that on top of it before I actually put it into the oven. At this point, honestly, once you put it in the oven, all you have to do is to wait for it until it looks like that. Alright, so it's finally done and it's about time basically to try it. It's really up to you, you can let it cool down, but I suggest make sure it's a bit warm. Why? Because if you're going to put on ice cream, whipped cream, or maybe frozen yogurt, you want it to basically melt over it. Look at those juices in there as well, like it's looking pretty good. Let's give it a quick try. It's actually pretty good. As I say, it's gluten-free as well. Actually, my in-law is gonna try it today. If you like the recipe, what you see right here, give me a like, share, subscribe, and also check out other videos that I do. Thanks, guys. Bye.